Alright, you already know it's Jay Lavish. We here back with another one, and I got in the building with me Preacher Amadeus Low. You heard it? Preacher of the streets,
What's
the
cracking?
teacher,
What's cracking? What's cracking?
the teacher to the youth. You already know. Introduce yourself, cousin.
My name Preacher Loke Amadeus. What's good with y'all?
You already know, my bro. We from here. He inspirational poet at heart. So my bro got a few words. I'm gonna let him have the floor real quick and start off with that. So we're gonna see where that takes us. Yeah.
Alright, copy. So I got a poem I wrote for this moment right here. Off of this poem, I figure we'll have a conversation and see where it go. The name of this poem is called Opposition. Smoking on the op pack, smoking on the op pack. What's the opposition? What's the opposition? When you slaving all day for the cost to outweigh the wage, children is where the pockets get drained. The lack of having more for the other is an emotional wage. While marching forward sometimes seems emotions were waived, often causes an emotional rage. Smoking on the op pack, smoking on the op pack. What's the opposition? What's the opposition? It's the human condition that's the opposition. Greed versus sacrifice, or allowing to be stabbed in the back twice. Everyone wants to be Jesus, but no one wants to get slapped twice. Everyone wants to get paid, often even laid, but dare you do the same? Are you not entertained? What's the opposition? What's the opposition? It's the human condition. So how you stop the division and the collision? You change the vision of your human condition. Smoking on the op pack, smoking on the op pack. There you go.
So explain to those out there. Explain to those out there what that means to you and what you was trying the message and what you was trying to put out there. So
So
they get the
basically,
clarity.
so basically, the message in that right is in not so many words. You yourself are the opposition. Everything that you think of, where it's like, and like I said in one line, greed versus sacrifice. That's like the things that you want for yourself versus the things you have to give of yourself. You know what I mean? So it's that constant fight that you have within yourself, the good versus evil. Should I do this or should I not? Like that's what we have to conquer. That's what we have to change. That's what we have to focus on as an individual.
Yeah, most people in life, that's where we at. Most people stand in their own way and don't realize we are our own worst enemies at the end of the day when we look back in the mirror. Like,
Yeah, so that's I mean, I did some realization in my own life that helped me realize, like,
mm,
bro, I'm the reason, bro. At every decision, everything it is that I did in life, sure, there's other people that might have done some stuff,
yeah,
right? But at the end of the day, when you boil it all down, I'm the reason for it happening. Because either I allowed for it to happen, or by not seeing it, or various other ways, or I partook in it happening.
whether you allow other people to take control of your emotions, whether it's the environment, people around you, we always have the greatest gift God gave us was the freedom of will. So we always have that choice to make that choice or to not make that choice. So of course, like,
Where
I fully understand. I understand.
most people don't realize, yo, at the end of the day, it's you that's gonna make the choice for yourself,
No,
right?
that's a fact.
So it's like I'm listening. Sometimes I hear a little bit of drill music here or there, right? And it's like I get somebody might have said something to you, made you feel away. Somebody might did something to you, made you feel away,
Yeah,
right? I get that 1,000%. Nobody's discrediting anyone's feelings at
nah, for
all,
sure.
right? But my thing is, if you're the person that don't like a person and you realize that you don't like a person,
Mm,
you have to understand that what you don't like in that person is what you don't like in your own self. So if that's to say, let's talk about the streets, for instance, right?
Mm.
You got gang members and you got gang bangers. Most of the gang members already learned this lesson the hard way or the easy way, depending on how they decided to walk the road. But when there's an issue and you tight, you need to go outside and take care of something. You going and you looking for somebody that look like you. They just have the opposite color, right? And he might be a light skinned dude and you're a dark skinned dude, or vice versa. He might have long hair, you have short hair, right? He might have more spaced out eyes and a bigger nose than you, right? Y'all don't look alike, but
But
y'all
we all
look
come
alike.
from the same conditions and
Y'all don't look
environment
alike, but
situations.
y'all look alike
Understood.
because we all live in the same shit pool, right?
For a fact.
But what we do is we take the shit that we get from one hand and we put it in the other hand to send it to the other way.
Mm.
What will happen if we stop doing that? Stop sending the shit around, just drop it. Do you think now we'd be able to, have a
It's
better
possible. That's a
connection with
dream
each
that's
other?
been there, but we're gonna see what happens. I think a lot of people just let the ignorance get the best of them. I think everybody knows, like, even if they don't want to admit it to themselves, like everybody knows for the better shit. Like certain shit just don't make fucking sense. But I said you got to blame the older people that's kind of leading the kids because they still making them seem or make them feel like that shit is cool, or still bigger older homies that are sitting here acting like the young niggas instead of actually being an example. And you feel me? Giving
Yeah.
them something to follow instead of following the young kids. Nigga, you still see niggas out here 50 talking that crazy little old young ass lingo, pants down, still dressing young and shit. So it be like that, bro. It take the
Mm-hmm.
few. It takes the few that's gonna be out there to actually lead. But bro, it's easier to do wrong than it is to do good, bro. And that's where it come down to, man. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's
At the
way
end of the
easier.
day, like I said earlier, man, we all just mirror images of each other. At the end of the day, it don't matter what street you come from. It don't matter what hood you come from. We all one in the same. So now we take accountability for our own actions and our own thoughts,
Mm-hmm.
and we get our own self in line for our own self. That would build a better community for all people. Because now, instead of we having a bunch of half the people saying, "Yeah, I fucked up, my bad, I'm gonna do better," then you have another half that's like, "Nah, I ain't did shit. It's all that person's fault. It's all this person's fault. It's all this person's fault." But instead of pointing the fingers at everybody else, we need to point the finger at ourselves.
But yeah, with that being said, like you right. But there's few leaders in the world, bro. A lot of people want to follow. So you got to realize with that mentality and that followers mentality, that's there because people don't like to take responsibility and ownership for shit.
Most of the
And
leaders that we have don't point the finger at
this is what I'm
themselves.
telling you. Right. With a followers mentality already lets you know, like, I'm not willing to even take the responsibility of myself. I'd rather be like, I know he got to take that out. Like, you
Yeah,
feel me? Most people don't want to be the big homie or the da 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 or the boss or da. They just want to be the person that fade the background and just reap the benefits. They don't really
yeah,
want to be out in the spotlight, having to actually take the responsibility for shit. So you know how that shit go. More
yeah.
of us do need to be adults and actually take responsibility for the shit we do.
I got a
It's
lot of
cause and
things
effect.
to say, man, for
Yeah,
sure. I got a lot of knowledge in my noggin that I just wanna put out there, bro.
yeah.
At the end of the day, like, whoever's gonna take it is gonna take it. Whoever's not gonna take it, well, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, I just want us all to treat each other better. But we can't treat each other better until we treat ourselves better. And that's really my whole message at the end of the day. We gotta treat ourselves better in every way. We gotta be honest with ourselves.
You know, I'll be having that issue too, but I'm a petty motherfucker. I'll be holding on to shit. I ain't gonna hold you.
And every time
I'll
you
be
do,
having that issue with myself too,
it be
bro. I'll be
some
having to let shit
bullshit.
go. In fact, That should just be worse for you, bro, because it's easier to let the shit go than to actually harbor that fucked up ass energy, my nigga, and carry that shit around. It make no sense. Bro.
Metaphorically, all it is just weights that's gonna hold you back from moving
That's a
towards your
fact. Because you worried
destiny.
about shit that's really not, as time and energy you could be putting towards something that could progress you instead of dealing with bullshit. So,
Yeah. There's a lot of bullshit going on in the world, and that's a fact. But at the end of the day, we have to look at ourselves, and that's literally that's the whole shit. You got to look at your own individual self. You can't look at nobody else.
now, self reflection is definitely important. I ain't gonna hold you.
If you fix your mirror, right? If you fix your mirror, you'll see the better mirrors for you to interact with.
Yeah, for a fact.
And then in that happening, you'll see the other mirrors that are not correctly pointed in the right direction to
Yeah.
receive that beam and let it go touch everybody. They gonna adjust their vision too.
Nah,
But
for a fact.
because you kind of have to at a certain point. Once everybody starts doing it, like the ones that's not, they kind of have to.
Nah, but you gotta be willing to. Cause even on my own experience on that journey, bro, like sometimes people don't wanna actually go in their own minds and their own thoughts. Some people actually chase a crowd and go out every night, hit the club, hit the bar. And they always gotta be around friends and shit because they're running away from their own thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to have that conversation with themselves because with having conversation with themselves, they can't lie to themselves. They gotta admit that shit. They gotta admit that, yo, I fucked up. I did this wrong. I did this wrong. Like, and some people still not willing to make that step to be like, all right, let me really sit down and evaluate myself. Like, bro, I fucked up here. I fucked up here instead of just consistently making excuses. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I've learned too through different processes. After a while, if God keeps putting you through the same situation, it's a lesson that you're supposed to learn that obviously you're not learning. It's like a fucking game. In order for you to get to the next level, bro, you have to beat this one. So if he's trying to prepare you for something that's on this stage and you can't get over the little hurdles on this area, you definitely not gonna make it up there. So you're never gonna get there. He's gonna keep repeating you right here until you learn the lessons you need to learn to get to that next area that he's trying to take you to in life. So for sure, self-evaluation, like I said, is always necessary, bro.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna come back again because I got more. I got so many things. I got so much more in the tank to say. So much knowledge, man. But you get in touch with my bro. He get
We
he get in
definitely
touch. He know how to get in touch with me. I'm always willing to help somebody,
we're
hear
gonna keep
somebody
tapping
out.
in. We're gonna keep tapping in. We're gonna keep this going. We're gonna get this consistent. We're gonna have a couple more people coming in different faces.
Word. My name Preacher
Definitely.
Loke Amadeus, man.
I mean, shout out to Instagram, whatever other social media. I'll make sure I have that shit edited on the bottom of the screen.
You can holler at me on. You can holler at me on my Instagram at uptown_Amadeus.
Y'all already know. Tap in, follow, like, subscribe, share on his content. We doing the pop-up shop artist showcase, March 15th, 4466 Baychester Avenue. I can come out, see a couple of the artists. Bro, I here gonna be performing a couple poems. So come through. It's active. We back outside.
Trying to give you bitches the chance to fuck with me while I'm a bum. Cause ooh, when I'm rich, that money gonna change me like it changed Michael Jackson. Bitch, and I'm gonna tell you to beat it. Trying to tell bitches fuck with me while I'm humble. Cause damn, when them dollars come, bitch, you got to go. When I'm in that new Benz, bitch, you cannot get in, bitch.